Video games will rot your brains. I am aware that you have heard that phrase many times in your life if you have played video games any time in your life, especially by your own parent. Many have thought that video games would rot your brains, but in fact, it does the opposite. In an article written in the ID Tech News 2018 by Vince, mentioned that many research and scientific organizations have proven that video games could help improve the quality of life for the disabled and the mental ill, which proves my point that video games are here to help you and not to, as people say, rot your brain. There has been so much misinformation about video games and how it affects people. Many people believe that video games is bad for people or for their own kids. This is a problem today because it causes parents to not let their kids explore and experience new hobbies that they might like. It's like video games. Such as video games, it allows you to connect to people all around the world, and especially your friends and family that live far from you or as well close from you, because not that many people have the advantage to be able to go out and travel and see their loved ones. The main cause of this problem is because everyone is getting misinformed about video games. It could be either on news or by your friends or family, such as a parent could believe that video games is the cause of their kids' bad grades or how they behave, and so they pass on that misinformation to other parents, and now it just bundles up. Such as in a magazine by Smithsonian written in 2017, it talks about how in the 1980s the new game Pac-Man was recently released, and everyone was going crazy for it. Everyone was wanting to play it, was wanting to go to the game store and play it, and that's when many adults started to get scared of it, and they felt threatened because it was unfamiliar and they didn't know if it was a good thing or bad thing, so they just assumed that it was bad for the kids, and that's when they started to back away from the idea of video games. In order for us to stop this misinformation and allow kids to play video games and experience all the qualities that comes from it, is that we need to stop slandering video games either on the news or talking to your friends or families. And so from that, we'll be able to see the facts, such as in an article on Health Essentials website written in 2022, talks about how a behavior medical specialist, Michael Manos, PhD, explains how video games affect your brains in good ways, such as how research later on has shown us that video games impact our brains through the use of attentional control and reward processing, which helps us. And in other cases, such talked about in articles written on the HealthWorks website on 2022, on how video games can actually help improve solving skills and then as well help kids with dyslexia to read better, and have all been backed up by many research and studies done on kids playing video games. So this is not just me trying to get kids to play video games and allow parents to let their kids play video games. No, this is actually done research on how video games has actually done good and not any bad. And this is why we need to stop all this misinformation about video games, on how it affects bad on our kids, on how blaming video games for such as school shooting and all of this misinformed information, which is all not true. And allow these kids to explore and see if they would like to go down this path of their new hobby. So there is no reason why parents should be afraid of their kids wanting to play games, for it has nothing bad. If anything, it could be beneficial for them and help them talk to friends and families that live far away from them, or if anything, help them connect with friends at school that also like to play video games. It'll help them be more social and go out there. And this is why we need to stop all this bad talk on video games and start facing the facts. Thank you.